If you look at the screen, so this is on the right eye, and it says OD right here. You're on the right eye. If you're on the left eye,
Isn't that cool? I can't see it.
That is right eye.
this is the left eye, and this is the right. Okay, this is your right eye, and this is your left eye.
Because of right eye is first. Yes. I'm
Yeah.
recording now.
So it's not showing up yet up here because you're not in front of there. Okay.
Body.
Yeah, it says, but it's gonna. I'll show you what happens if you.
Thank you. Okay.
You have to sit in front of it, and I'll show, and then it'll pop up. It'll be darker. Won't be so bad. So go ahead and take off your glasses. So now we want to take his right eye. So remember, anatomically looking at him, he's the opposite, right? So you want him to place his chin in a little cup holder where the blue is, the blue line. Yeah. Okay, so see how he kind of wanted to go that way? He needs to come straight in. Now he's good. Okay, here's his eye. Here's my target. Don't worry, Survey, you'll be able to do this. Now I'm going to bring him up, and I watch him, right? Now, see how he's kind of stooped down? And so I can kind of move him up a little bit. I'm going to move you up in the machine. You can leave him in there so you know. You okay? Is that too high? You're good? Okay, but now I want that target right in the middle, right? See how it's blurry?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my mouse, and I moved it around. Now I'm going to bring him in, because see how far away he is from the lens? But you don't want to, okay, I'm going to bring him in, and that's going to become, see how he's moving again, see?
Yeah.
And
Right.
we're gonna, okay, now we want it to be a little bit closer. Okay, so this is upside down. Okay, I'm going to turn it, I'm going to invert it. I'm going to move there. See? This is the fovea. We're on the macula. Now, I want to come over here, and he can blink. He can blink, blink, blink. Make sure his chin is in, forehead. He's a great patient. You're doing great. Now, I can optimize it to get a little clearer. Now it's going to optimize for you. And this, I'm going to see if I can get that. Now, I'm going to autofocus. This is basically prescription for him, is what it's doing. Okay, now I'm going to bring him over here. I'm going to get that target in the center. And I really want this to be in the center of my area. Yeah, and it's very clear. So now you're going to look at the green star straight ahead, correct, Saray? Is that what you see, straight ahead? Okay, so see right there. That's where I want. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Don't blink, don't move. And he stays right there, and he's still looking straight ahead. You don't want him to blink anymore. Once that ends, now he can blink, and you can sit back. Now you can sit back. Okay, now you want to see your result? You want to see what your photo looks like here? Okay. So everybody see? Yeah. Okay. I know, it's like...
I can see you.
Okay, so now we have a 10 out of 10. And right here, right in this area, I can use my pen too, maybe without my, this is the macula right here. See all these blood vessels coming in? They're going to stop. They're stopping, right? Because that's the macula. This is great. This is the fovea, that little dip. So that's why, and that's what you want. Remember I said Dr. Glaros came to me and said, I can't find the fovea. It's not there. Are you good? Okay. So we want signal strength. We want it to be in green. 10 out of 10 is great. Sometimes you're not going to get 10 out of 10. And then we have, so we want to save this because this is beautiful, right? And then I'm going to save. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the raster, okay, which is what you were talking about. Okay, so go ahead and sit back down, sorry. And I want the 5-line raster. Okay.
Whatever line.
So the macula you want to do the 512 by 128, and then you want to do the 5-line raster. Okay? And go ahead and come back into the machine on the same side. Take off your glasses. Take off your glasses. Okay. Now, he should line up pretty much where I had him before, right? But he might move a little bit.
How do you
So
move
this, right here.
by this one, right or left?
Well, this, okay, so watch this.
Just by the mouth.
So I'm going to put my little
Mhm.
mouse there, and I'm going to move it.
It goes where your mouse
Yeah,
is.
I'm going to go.
Left click.
Yeah, yes. So these are my 5 lines, right there. Okay. And, okay, so now I have a great photo. So I'm going to go ahead and don't blink, don't move. I don't really have to do anything because I should be right where I was. And you're going to do this back to back. Okay, now you can sit back. You're gonna take the macula and then you're gonna take the 5-line raster right after one another, and you have your patient right where you need it. We had to move him a little bit because he got up, and when he sits back down and goes back in, it's gonna be different, right? Okay, so, but you're always gonna have them pull away because you don't want them to stay in there. You don't have to, you're not gonna show this to the patient, the doctor, because then you're diagnosing the patient, and that's a big no-no, no matter how much you know. So we have 10 out of 10. This is the fovea. These are our 5 lines, so we're gonna save it. Okay, now we're gonna do your left eye because we're gonna compare and contrast both, because that's what you're gonna do. The patient has both eyes, you're gonna do both eyes. Of course, if they have a prosthetic eye, a glass eye, fake eye, a prosthesis, then you're not going to do that one because why?
It doesn't have a
Right, exactly. It's not right, and they don't have an eye. So you're not going to put drops in that eye either, right? Yeah, you're not going to touch that eye. Some patients will come in, they'll want it cleaned or whatever, but then that's different. And so just remember that. You're always going to do both eyes.
Both sides.
Unless the doctor specifically says they only want one eye. But if the patient has both eyes, they're going to compare and contrast. They may only be interested in the one eye, but sometimes if they have a really severe damage to one eye and not the other, they want to compare okay, this patient has this great eye over here and not so here, where should they be? So you kind of want to do that as well. Okay, go ahead and sit back down. Now what you're going to do, you're going to take off your glasses. Because see how he came in with his glasses on? It's your job to pay attention. So these are things you as a technician need to pay attention to. Now we're going to have him place his chin over here on the right side. And make sure he goes in the cup and straight ahead. So see? And make sure he's straight on like he is. Okay, now he's and he wants to look straight ahead.
Wow.
And now I'm going to, so now I'm over here on the left eye.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And so you'll see that when you're not the patient. Okay, so I'm going to move him over. See? So I'm moving him over. And see how I have him right there? But I don't have anything over here, do I?
No.
Okay, so this is beautiful here. Now I can't see anything. So what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to roll it.
Put up,
Okay, now it's inverted, right? How am I going to get it flipped over?
Over.
Okay, now if I want it, now see, I want to bring him up. I want that target to be in the center. Okay, now I'm beautiful here. I don't really have to do autofocus optimize unless I wanted to, because it's his left eye instead of his right eye, and he may have 2 totally different prescriptions. So I want to get the best image that I can. So I'm going to kind of move, and I want this to be as clear as possible and in the center.
So after you autofocus it, you again focus by hand. Manually.
I do.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
autofocus because see how
Yeah,
clear this is.
yeah.
Otherwise, it's black and you can't really
Yeah.
see where you're looking. And then, okay, you okay? So, right. Okay, now I'm gonna move him over here. Okay, now I'm going to capture him. And I could optimize too if I wanted to. Now I'm gonna capture. So I could have brought that down a little bit, but okay, go ahead and sit back. Now, what we can do also is, we have a great photo. We have 9 out of 10. Okay, so we didn't get a 10. So we can bring this, like we can bring this.
This is phobia.
Yeah, but this is the phobia, yes, and that's the phobia right there. And the macula is next. Okay, so I can bring this up, see what I'm doing, see how this little line is moving,
Yeah.
and see how my phobia, okay, now I'm gonna show you something. That is not the
Yeah,
phobia.
not phobia. Yeah.
See how it came
Oh,
off of there?
It's past the phobia.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's not gonna tell the doctor
Yeah.
anything, and guess what? If we move this, now this is gonna move this way, cause this is,
Yeah.
that's the pink, and that's the blue. This is my pink line, see?
Ah.
Look.
Yeah.
No
So,
phobia.
no phobia.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna like save that and give that to the doctor because I think I'm at where I need to be, but I'm not. I'm
No.
clearly nowhere near where you need
That's
to be.
good.
So I'm gonna move it over, so watch this. This is gonna move the pink,
Yeah.
cause it's pink.
Yeah.
Gonna move it over,
Oh.
see? Now I'm gonna move the blue.
Mhm.
Great.
Yeah. You have a cup.
Perfect.
Okay? So you can mess around with this, because guess what? You guys are
Yeah.
students now.
Okay, yeah.
And you can play around with it and
Yeah.
see. And a lot of questions that you have, you're gonna answer those yourself, and you're gonna see.
Mhm.
So when you have a little bit of knowledge, because are you PhD in engineering?
yeah.
So
Doctor.
you,
And he's also doctor.
okay, and you're a doctor. So you both have this wonderful background knowledge
Yeah.
that is probably even far beyond my knowledge. But what you need to know also that you're the technician, so get what the and so this is going to help you guys even get a better photo for them, because you're going to be like, okay, this, but you're going to also be so infatuated with the results of what they're looking at.